At the beginning of a romantic comedy, is it best that the two leads hate each other or intensely dislike each other? Does that make us more, if it's too easygoing, well, I mean, that's boring in some sense. Why are we intrigued by the two, whether it's the coworkers or, whatever, just, sort of the college friend that always sort of made fun of you or something like that? Why is that something that we're intrigued by?
I think it goes back again to your question about opposites attracting. And you're not going to get any sparks if you agree all the time. It's just not going to be interesting. Give me somebody who challenges me. Also, I have this thing I call cheetah love. And little baby cheetahs, when they're learning how to hunt, the mom takes them out and shows them how to pounce and how to grab prey and how to eat it. If you walk into where they are and the little baby cheetahs are just sitting around, maybe it's not quite time to go hunting yet, but they're going to be going soon. You lay down a big chunk of bloody raw meat in front of them, they'll just look at it. They don't recognize it as lunch unless it's running away. A lot of us are the same way about romance. We love the chase, and we don't show any interest if it's not running away. So it's part of some people's human nature that they like the chase. They want to conquer something. They feel that if I didn't have to pay a price for it, it must not be worth it. And that's a hard thing when people then do get together and the chase is over. It's often difficult then to keep the romance going if that's been a major part of the relationship at the beginning. So is it a good idea to start people at the beginning of a rom-com at disparate sides of something? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because part of the fun of a rom-com is the chase. And then they get separated. And then, okay, now how are they going to get back together? We know what's going to happen. We just don't know how. And that's the fun of rom-coms. Yes, it's a predictable genre. Absolutely. That's why we watch it. Because we know it's going to end happily. Or bittersweet, maybe. But we want to see how the chase goes. What tricks do they use to win each other back? Or what sacrifices do they have to make to endear themselves again to the person that they realize they love?
Let's take something where maybe it's not someone who's chasing the playboy, but I'm thinking of the movie Green Card. You had mentioned Andie MacDowell earlier, and Gerard Depardieu, where they're both supposed to go in to be married and they have to pretend that they know each other. So those types of scenarios where it's not really that anybody's totally at odds, because I don't think, if I remember correctly, that they were. It was just that they were put into this situation. So it's this weird thing where they end up falling for one another accidentally, kind of thing. I don't know what that storyline is, but I've seen it before. That sort of accidental discovery of one another where it wasn't intended.
Yes, you see that also in It Happened One Night. And you've got a reporter and a rich girl, and he's trying to get a story. She's trying to get back with her fiance, who she's only engaged to make her dad mad because her billionaire dad is over controlling. And so these two people come together with a specific goal, which is to get her back to her fiance and for the story, the reporter to get the story. But along the way, then, they have to pretend like they're married. And once they do that, then the accident of pretending as if sets off even more sparks. And that indeed is a good trope for romantic comedies, where people are thrown together and wouldn't have even thought that they'd like each other. But once they step into a different role with each other, and the whole pretending to be married or pretending to be together is a very good one. I think we see that in real life. Okay, next time you're at the grocery store, look at the tabloids, look at those magazines. What are they all about? Actors and actresses who were playing at being in love and fell in love. How often do you see that happening? The point of it is when you start acting as if, you often make it so. And it's a wonderful device for romantic comedies.